Two crows in a tree knew exactly why the rich man's daughter was dying. There was an old man in the valley so poor that he owned one pot, one hoe, and a hood so worn it had gone from red to pink. One morning on the road he found a young fox caught by the leg in a snare, worn out from pulling against it. He worked the cord loose with his thumbs, said something kind, and watched it go off through the barley without looking back. That night there was a small knock at his door, and a fox stood on the step like a little old gentleman with something folded in its paws. It was a hood, shabbier than his own, patched at the crown, and it smelled faintly of dry grass and rain. "Wear it," said the fox, "and you will understand everything that birds and beasts say to each other. Use it kindly, and it stays." He put it on. The sparrows on his fence were in the middle of an argument about millet, and every word of it made sense. All the next day the world would not stop talking. The horse complained about flies, the dog reported on the neighbors, the ducks agreed about nothing. So he climbed the rise to the great camphor tree, sat down in its shade, and simply listened. Two crows dropped onto the branch above him. "Have you been down the valley?" said the first. "The rich man's house. That daughter of his is dying, and nobody there knows why." The girl lay on white bedding with the doors open to the garden, thinner every week, too tired now to lift her own head. Doctors had come from 3 towns. Priests had come and chanted and gone away again, and none of them had found a single thing wrong with her. "It is not a sickness at all," said the second crow. "Think what they built behind that house the spring before last. The new storehouse. When they set the great foundation beam down onto the cornerstone, they never looked to see what was under it. A snake was under one corner and a toad under the other, pinned there in the dark, alive all this time and unable to get out. While those two suffer under her father's storehouse," said the first crow, "that girl will not get well. Lift the beam, and by evening she will be sitting up." The old man came down the rise faster than he had walked in 20 years, and by noon he was at the merchant's gate. The servants had seen enough fortune tellers that year, but he asked for nothing, and he said only one thing: "Lift the beam of your new storehouse." The merchant looked at the shabby hood, then at the door of his daughter's room, and told them to bring the levers. They raised the corner. Under the stone, in the cold dark, lay a thin snake and a toad, both alive, both too weak to move. They were carried out on a board to the stream in the grass, laid in the shade at the water's edge, and left in peace. The girl sat up before the men had finished putting away the levers, and asked her mother, in a clear voice, for something to eat. The merchant piled up more gold in front of him than the old man had seen in his life. He took a small part of it and pushed the rest back. He carried that small part home and shared it out along the road, and he wore the hood for years, and never once used it to learn a secret for himself. Like, comment, subscribe, and watch the next tale.